What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Fitz. I want to thank all 600 plus subscribers for tuning into the channel. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, I am a productivity coach, entrepreneur. I help entrepreneurs increase the value of their time by focusing on what matters most. And tonight we are going to be talking about the Grant Cardone controversy and how to help the Black community. Okay, how to help the Black community. And I think I have a little bit of a different perspective on this issue. I did do a video, a recent video on the Grant Cardone situation, but I wanted to jump on and add more solutions to what I am seeing, because I'm seeing a lot of people that are still outraged. I really don't care about the outrage, but I do want to offer some solutions and pose a few questions. Okay, so let me break this down real quick. If you have not watched the video of what Grant Cardone actually said, make sure you go back and watch the previous video that I did on Grant Cardone. I'm not going to show it again because I don't want to overwhelm those who may have seen it already. But essentially what he said was that he targets the Black community. He targets the Black community by talking in simple terms. And as I said in my previous video, if you are a marketer, which Grant Cardone is, and you are trying to reach a demographic, okay, you are going to reach them in the best way you can connect with them, right? The Black community, if you look at the stats, many of us struggle with reading and math. There was a study recently that showed 85% of students in Virginia, Black students, struggle with reading, right? And so I'm not saying that to say that Black people are stupid, Black people are ignorant, Black people can't read. What I'm saying is, if you know anything about entrepreneurship, you know that you connect first and then convert. You connect with the person, whether that's, I've been in training where they said, when you're conversating with them, find something that they're interested in. For instance, if they mention their car, if they say, yeah, I just bought a new car, you say, oh, well, what kind of car did you buy? Oh, I bought a Mustang. Oh, I love Mustangs. You may not love Mustangs, but you're trying to connect with them. You're trying to build rapport. That's what you do in entrepreneurship, right? So based on that alone, I can't fault Grant Cardone for connecting with Black people using simple terms if it's understood that many of us struggle with reading. Okay, if many of us struggle with reading, why would you use large words and things like that? So from a business sense, I get it. I'm not mad at it. Okay, what I want to speak to tonight are all the Black influencers that do interviews with Grant Cardone, that are on social media right now talking down on him, that are pretending as if just because they are Black entrepreneurs that they have the best interest of Black people. Like they don't do it for the culture, right? There's the only thing worse than white people exploiting Black people is Black people exploiting Black people. And let me tell you why. Because if you're my family, right, I hold you to a higher standard than I hold a stranger. If you're my family, I hold you to a higher standard than I hold a stranger. Okay, let me break this down. Let me break this down because I know there's going to be some people that are upset with me, but I really don't care. Okay, I really don't care. All right. One moment, because I'm going to get into it. Okay, let me take this off. Okay. If you're my family, right? If you're the Black community, if you're a part of that community and you take advantage of me and you exploit me, that's worse than a white person doing it. Why? Because we're supposed to be family, right? Isn't that what all this is about? When Grant Cardone says he's targeting Black people, it's bad because he's white, because he's not within the Black community. He doesn't understand our struggles and what we go through on a daily basis, right? That's what we're saying. He's not a part of the culture, but he's using the culture to make money. and we're upset about that. Okay, but we have to hold Black entrepreneurs accountable as well, because it's many of these Black entrepreneurs that come in under the guise of doing it for the culture. They exploit you, they scam you, and because of what's called affinity marketing, they're able to continue to do it because a Black person isn't going to screw me over. I'm wearing a dashiki. I'm wearing a dashiki, and they're wearing a dashiki. They have my best interest in mind, but we're humans. If you're an entrepreneur, right? Let's set the scene. You're an entrepreneur, and maybe you don't have a lot of education. Okay, and I'm just using this as an example. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you don't have a lot of education, you don't have a lot of skill set, but you understand on a fundamental level how to connect with Black people. You understand the lingo. You understand how to get Black people riled up in their emotions and start talking about the culture and start talking about white people and start talking about how we're from Africa and Pan-Africanism and put up the Black fist, and everything you're doing is for the culture. You went to jail, you got out, and now you're reformed, and you just want to do it for the culture. Okay, there's the scene. You're trying to connect with Black people, and when you look around at Black culture, what do you see? If you knew nothing about Black culture and you're coming in as a newbie, right? You're just trying to study. What's going on here? What do they like? Let me see what kind of music they like. Is that a Black woman with a fake ass twerking? Is that Black men talking about how they have sex with multiple women and don't respect Black women? Okay. Is that Black people spending their tax money on rims? Okay. So I can't go in there talking about finance this and finance that. And this is me as a marketer, right? I can't go in there talking about that because that's going to come off as me shaming them. Right? Oh, but what I can do is, as a marketer, I understand that there's a class of Black people who think they're better than those Black people, and they talk down on those Black people, sort of like they try to hold those Black people accountable. So if I get in good with them, and this is me speaking as the white marketer, right? If I get in good with Black people who feel good about themselves because they're not those other Black people, those ignorant Black people, then I can build relationships with them and then market to the other Black people that they're taking advantage of themselves. Because let's make no mistake about it. Let's make no mistake about it. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset with me about saying this, but Black people are exploiting Black culture more than white people right now. And let me tell you why. Because right now, we live in a time where many Black people are aware of their history. Many Black people are aware of racism. They're aware of white supremacy. They're woke. They're very conscious. They talk and talk and talk as if they're aware of what's going on, right? And if you're a Black person starting a business and your target audience is Black people, you're not going to come in talking all this jargon because you've already convinced yourself and told your audience that that's what white people do. Right? That's what you've done. So there's this hypocrisy within our community sometimes where we'll say that, well, white people do this and white people are responsible for us not knowing about finances, and white people, and that's white. Like when I was growing up, if I was reading, oh, that's white people stuff. I've had other black people tell me they're blacker than me because they've been to jail and I haven't, right? That's white people stuff. Going to college, that's white people stuff. So there's this stereotype that anything intelligent is attached to white people. So black entrepreneurs at times have to walk a thin line between, if I sound too intelligent and smart, my own community is going to label me as an Uncle Tom, as a coon, as someone that's part of the white community, right? They're going to revoke my black card. So many black entrepreneurs walk a thin line when it comes to telling the truth to other black people who may not be as educated or may not have as much information. And so the point that I'm getting at is, as black entrepreneurs, we have to hold ourselves to a higher level of accountability. And if there are white entrepreneurs breaking into the black community and taking money out of the black community, as black entrepreneurs, it's our responsibility to capture that market. Let's be real. We have to take accountability as black entrepreneurs, right? We're the entrepreneur class. If other entrepreneurs from other groups are coming in and offering our people better service, or they're able to market and connect with them better than we are, that's our fault. We have to take accountability. We can't put it on the white people to change. We can't sit there and blame white entrepreneurs for capturing a market. This is business. No excuses. No excuses. Okay. So I'm going to go over a few things real quick. I'm not going to keep y'all all night. I'm going to go over a few things that will help the black community and help the black community keep money in the black community. Okay. First thing that you can do if you want to help keep money within the black community is you can support a black-owned business, okay? When you support a black-owned business, you help keep money within the community. This is you taking your hard-earned money and doing something with it by supporting a black business. If you want to go buy a house, that means using a black real estate agent, trying to find a black lender. If you want to get groceries, trying to find a black grocery store. I know that that may be difficult. Again, do what you can, but be proactive. Try to support black businesses. If you want to get your car washed, maybe go to a black-owned car wash, or call a black-owned hand detailer to come out and detail it. If you want to get life insurance or insurance, go to a black insurance agent. Do what you can to do your part, but try to support a black-owned business. Okay, second thing, invest in black-owned businesses. You may not have to go spend money with them, but you can invest in a black-owned business. Meaning, you know, if there's a startup, maybe you want to invest in that. Maybe your black friend has a business and you have the financial means and they have a business idea, and maybe you can work with them to gain some equity within their business and at the same time help create economic opportunity within the black community, right? Because here's the thing, when you, and I'll just say this, okay? I live in an area where there's a lot of Asian owned businesses, but they market to the black community. Asian owned businesses that are making Cajun food, po' boys, Louisiana food, right? Southern food for a black audience. They're targeting black people, right? And there's no problem with that. But if the black people in the community say, hey, they're culturally appropriating, they're taking our recipes, they're taking our culture and using it to profit, we have to do better. That's our responsibility as entrepreneurs, as the black community. We have to support our black businesses if we really feel like we should be represented in that space. We have to make the change. We can't sit there and boo-hoo, other communities are doing stuff with our culture. Do something about it. Don't support those businesses. Go support black-owned businesses. Invest in black businesses. The next thing, okay, collaborate with other black entrepreneurs. Meaning if you're a real estate agent, like I am, right? If you're a real estate agent, work with a black lender, work with a black bank. If you have an open house, maybe try to reach out to other black entrepreneurs and see if they want to host a black open house. Mentor black entrepreneurs, right? There are plenty of things that can be done. Donate to black-led organizations. There's so many black organizations out there that have a mission to help black people. Donate to those organizations, okay? And one of the key things that I want to get at is, educating yourself. When you're constantly educating yourself, you're putting yourself in a position to recognize things, okay? The reason I don't see a problem with Grant Cardone targeting the Black community and trying to do business with the Black community is because ultimately I understand that if he's able to capture a large part of the Black audience is because we're not doing something. Our culture is sick. We want to talk about our culture and protect this culture, but our culture does not teach us to value doing business with other Black people. If Grant Cardone can come in and capture that audience and we really care about it, and it's not just some social media trend where we're talking about it in this fake outrage, then we now know that there's something we need to do. That should be good, right? As a productivity coach, one of the things that we do is we establish a goal and then we establish our reality. If we want more Black businesses to capture the Black audience, that's the goal. But the reality right now is that from the time we're children to the time we're adults, we are not taught to shop with Black businesses. We are not taught to do for ourselves. We are not taught to keep money within our community. We are not taught those things. And so when we're adults, we want to pretend that our culture values those things. No, our culture does not value keeping money within the Black community. So why, when a white person comes along and captures the Black market audience, we say it's because of racism? We're not doing our part. If we blame it on racism, if we make it seem like there's some spooky dookie God that comes down from the sky and sprinkles Grant Cardone's real estate program over the Black community and we're just mesmerized and have to purchase it. No, this happens because we're not doing the work. We can't sit there and complain and expect other communities not to come in and make money off of us when we won't even make money off of us. We're unorganized. I will not allow it. I will not sit there and play the victim and say, we just had to spend our money with him. We just had to spend our money with other communities. No, we didn't. We chose to. We choose to spend our money with other groups of people every single day. And you love it. You love Chick-fil-A, right? You love Chick-fil-A. You love these real estate programs. You love these influencers. You love them. But then when you're in front of Black people, you act like you don't like them. You act like you woke. You act like this. You love going to Walmart and getting lower prices. Let's be real. Nothing wrong with it. But do what you can. Don't be fake. Don't sit there. If this is a legitimate agenda that we want to put forward, which is spend more money within the Black community, let's not get emotional. Let's not do that, because then guess what? Those white people that you're so afraid of and you say that are so racist, next time they're not gonna get caught saying it on camera. They're just gonna shh and be looking at their bank account every month and be good. See, when we have this fake outrage, all we're doing is making the people we are so skeptical of sit back and think, how can I not get caught next time? Right? How can I not get caught? Now, you think that they're just going to shut down. I'm going to stop doing business with Black people. 50% of my audience is Black. I'm going to wipe away 50% of my business. No, he's not going to stop doing business with Black people. All he's going to do is get better at concealing the fact that he's targeting Black people. He's not going to mention it anymore. Right? He's going to keep that on the down low because it's not worth the time and the energy. If the video didn't come out, he would still be going on about his business, but now he's making videos responding to what people are saying. And what I'm telling you is, if we want to do better, we have to do better. We can't just sit around and expect other groups of people not to take advantage of opportunities that we're leaving on the table. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. We have to do better. Okay? No, we're not making excuses. Accountability, man. Look, if you like this, you like this type of content, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be doing more long-term live videos as I begin to get more subscribers and more interaction and things like that. But yeah, I'm all about accountability as a productivity coach, life coach. That's what I do. I help people set goals. I help hold people accountable. As a coach, one of my roles is to guide people so that they get to where it is they want to go. So I'm always solution-based. You will rarely hear me make an excuse. I'm always focused on, what is the solution? What is the solution here? What do we actually want? Do we only want to do business with other Black people? And if so, what does that look like? Okay. And if that's the case, if we don't want white people coming in and doing business with Black people, then should Black people be able to go out and do business with other groups of people? If a Black person, if 50% of their audience is white, is that a problem? Or is it only a problem if 50% of somebody's audience is Black and they're white? Like, we have to set rules to these things, and we have to be critical, and we have to really use common sense and think about what are the real issues here. So if you want more content like this, let me know. Like I said, my name is Coach Fitz. I'm a productivity coach. If you are looking to change something in your life and you are looking to increase the value of your time by doing more of the things that matter, whether it's increasing sales, setting goals, being held accountable, make sure you schedule a free consultation. And with that, I am out. Check for all the information in the bio. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully.